Hello and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be talking about SEO. So SEO is notoriously a long-term game, but even the most patient of us can become frustrated by the mystery surrounding the demands that search engines place on websites. And in that spirit, in this video I will go through some of the answers to common SEO questions and hopefully answer the question, how long does SEO take to see results? So what factors determine how long it takes to see SEO results? Whether a page can make Google's top 10 results consistently depends on many factors. The first distinction that is made is whether your SEO is for an existing domain or whether the SEO is for a new website that you're hoping to get into Google's top rankings. So whatever the case, there are a number of key points that are consistent across both and may affect how successful your SEO is going forward. The first of which is the technical requirements. So there can't be any crawlability issues, indexability issues, the sitemaps, robots.txt have to work properly. In all, there just has to be a good technical basis with good page loading speeds and a stable server that is crucial to getting good rankings regardless of what type of site you're trying to rank for. And just important as kind of that is the internal links. So are the relevant pages of a domain easy for a crawler to reach? Ideally they should be directly from the home page or within kind of a maximum of 3 clicks. And it's also important to add the top keywords that you want to be ranking for on your landing pages so that you can rank well. The common place is to put these are the meta tags, so your title, your description, and these should be on all the pages that you want to be indexed. And when it comes to the page topic, having a clear and precise title tags and meta descriptions, ideally the ones that encourage click-throughs, are also very important to having your page rank well. So secondly is content. So I'm sure many of you will have heard the saying content is king, and it is true. So for a website to get a good SEO ranking, quality content is crucial. The internet is swamped with websites. There's hundreds and millions of websites out there, a lot probably doing what you do. So having a good USP and excellent content, it will be easier to get those good Google rankings that means your business will succeed online. And this is why before you even start with SEO, you should be asking yourself why the website you are optimizing for SEO deserves a top 10 position. In other words, what sets your site apart from the competition and what topics does your site focus on, and how can content be made unique and as user-friendly as possible. So Google has a tendency to prioritize domains with specific focus over general product websites. So producing quality content also helps you to gather relevant backlinks, as people will share your content and it will make a much deeper impact on the audience than just general run-of-the-mill kind of content that might be put out by anyone else. And the third kind of factor that's around is shortened to EAT or EAT. So only those that are kind of well positioned as experts in their field stand a more than good chance of getting to the very top of the rankings. Google refers to this quality standard as EAT, or expertise, authority, and trust. This generally applies in particular to websites that provide sensitive information on finances or health, simply because you wouldn't trust your money to them or your health to them if they weren't a kind of a trusted and knowledgeable individual or organisation. But the same principle can be essentially applied to any industry and any domain. and a website that can build that trust with the audience by having a clear topic focus, paying attention to content quality and relevance, and providing author transparency are other important factors. And even having a HTTPS, so a secure website, and a site legal notice and quality seals and kind of all that security that goes behind with it is all inextricably connected with EAT. And it's not only brand building, but it's backlinks, it's direct traffic, it's everything that goes into cementing your position as the expert in your field to move forward. The fourth option is backlinks. So a much debated question is, how important are backlinks for SEO success? The more competition there is for a particular topic area, the more important it is to build the high quality backlinks for your website. And a good starting point for backlinks is blogs, forums related to your industry and your topic, and then kind of branching out from there. So what you tend to find is that as a topic area becomes more restricted and condensed, the websites that have the better backlinks and the more backlinks tend to be the ones that then rank better on in that topic area. So the next factor that affects it is domain age. Now this is something that can't be changed by yourself. It's not set in stone, obviously it changes, but you can't physically do anything to change that. So with the domain age, within the first year, any new website will likely struggle to make page one of the search results. Older websites definitely have an advantage, and according to studies, most domains that rank in the top 10 positions are at least 3 years old. And while 95% of new websites do not manage to make that top 10 position, in the first year it's difficult. And the older a domain is, the more trust it earns in the eyes of the Google algorithm. So the next one after domain age is competition. So the more competitive a topic is, the higher the search volume, and the more general the keywords you choose, the longer it will take for an SEO strategy to be successful. And this is why it often makes sense to focus on subject specific kind of content silos in a specific niche where there's not so much competition. And doing this will help build your authority and improve your rankings in that specific area, which will then branch out as you build your content out. So concentrating on topics where there's more competition is kind of initially a bad idea, and then once you've kind of cemented your position in one of your your selected silo, is then branching out into those more competitive keywords, but you've already got that base there that Google will recognise as this is someone we can trust. Often the rule of thumb with this is that the more competition there is, the more turnover that can be generated. However, that's not always true. It depends on obviously products and kind of what industry you're in as well. So when you create a new website or even backlinks, what you want to be knowing straight off the bat is how long is it going to take Google to index this new site and list them in the search results. So it can take anything from a few hours to several weeks for Google to index a new website successfully and completely. On average, however, most good content will be picked up and indexed within the search engine within a week. And this is simply basically what matters, is that you must ensure that most of your essential URLs on your website can also be reached from the home page. And at the same time, make sure the crawler isn't bogged down with kind of unnecessary URLs, such as dynamic URLs or tags with too much information that is difficult to index. In other words, ensure your site has good internal linking and is easy to reach, and is easy to reach the pages that you want people to reach. An important fact that makes it easier for the crawler and hence the Google index to identify your site is adding hard keyword-rich anchor text to basically build up those internal links and provide Google with a good description of what each link is kind of referring to. And another important step to go with that is ensuring your sitemaps are set up properly. So the Google Search Console is a great tool that can be used to tackle individual URLs and index them directly, as well as identify any other issues that you might have within that individual kind of URL or URL structure that you might have that you're trying to build out. So the important question is, how long will it take to see the SEO results and benefits? And this is what Google says. So it can take some time to see the results of SEO. And according to Google, it can take up to 12 months. In most cases, SEOs need 4 months to a year to help your business first implement improvements and then see the potential benefit, explained Google's Myla Oya in a clip that has been doing the rounds. It can, of course, take less time. In fact, something you might only have to wait a few weeks to see the first results. SEO success depends on a lot of different factors, and as outlined in the video earlier, you can expect to see faster results. However, if your SEO is centered on a topic where there's not so much competition, or if you enlist the help of an SEO agency that has the power and expertise that you need, obviously this will be even less. So what is important to know is that SEO often means that Google and other search engines will analyze the new domain or new URLs on the basis of different core patterns. So the site starts at a low position before slowly moving up the rankings. The new site might get a slight ranking boost from Google and hits the top 20 relatively fast before slipping down the rankings again. Google tests concentrate on the initial phase in particular, analysing user signals based on different search engine positions and kind of building from there. So this means that greater volatility in search engine positioning can be expected in the initial phase, after which the ranking will start to stabilise. Ultimately, SEO is and will continue to be something of an endurance sport that requires a lot of stamina and time to be put into it. And it's not just down to Google updates, which can really throw a spanner in the works. To get stable rankings and steady growth for your site, SEO has to be that ongoing process. It means updating and adapting your content constantly, building backlinks and building your brand up as well, and continually developing that kind of theme and that focus theme of your pages. So if you're looking for more SEO tips, I've also linked the full kind of blog repository on my website below. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Thanks, and I'll see you later.